I hope we're back. Hopefully everything's working. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Checking the sound input and everything. Alright. Everything look good? Everything sound good? Hey, how's everyone doing? I'm a very happy guy today. I'm not going to let stupid internet or stupid computers or whatever ruin my day. James is still offline. Why are you guys offline? James and Johnny Faith says they're both offline. Doing good, sounds good, and looks good, says Helios. You don't see me. Johnny Faith doesn't see me. Do you hear me? It's still the same chat, but had to leave and kill it and come back. I got nothing. Why does James have nothing? Yeah, if you stayed on the whole time I was gone, please refresh YouTube. That might be the problem. Everything looks good on my end. Yeah, kill the app and come back. I like that. Well, obviously they're not going to hear me, so Tennessee Matt, thank you for typing that out. Yep, Helios. Restart YouTube and he'll come back. We got 26 people watching. Before I get started today, I guess while other people... There's James. While other people are, getting everything figured out... Uh-oh, Helios said refreshing didn't work for me, so I had to actually close the window down and reopen it. Had to restart. It's our end, RJ. Hey, all, glad to be back. Hey, Melanie. Been a couple streams since I seen you. Kenny, what's going on? Hello, everyone. Sometimes just restarting the computer is all it takes on my end. However, restarting my computer is feels like a 20-minute chore. But before I get started today, I just wanted to point out I got some fan mail. I hate to use the word fan because I'm not a celebrity, but it's absolutely awesome to get mail from you guys. So this is from James Gillespie. And what do we get from James? We got a sweet new hat. I guess he's tired of seeing this one. But even cooler is he had it embroidered with the It's RJ TV on the back. Now, I don't know how you guys are going to see that because the last webcam I had, it was inverted. So you might see it backwards. Nope, it looks like it's showing up straight. Let me back it up a little bit. It's a little too. But it says It's RJ TV. So now everyone who walks behind me knows that It's RJ TV. So to start things off, let's put that hat on. Oh God, my hair. I've been wearing a hat all day today. What do you guys think? Should I go forward or backward? I'm not really a backward hat wearing kind of guy, but I really, really love the It's RJ TV. I think that's slick, whatever. Thank you very much, James. It's much, much, much appreciated. Yeah, let's get as close as we can. It's RJ TV. You guys see it? It's RJ TV. Some people could pull off, yeah, I'm beast mode in the hair. Some people could, pull off backward hats. I don't feel I'm one of those people. But all right. So anywho, this is practice, guys. I do not want to qualify. This is Tour 11 as far as I'm concerned, because we're hitting from the second tee. So anyway, I don't want to crash my computer. So I'm going to go back to the good old days, which was like just the last stream, and be like, thank you, James. There we go. Thank you, James. Boom, flames. I ain't got nothing for a boom. Like pop a, get those little things that you pop. Let's get some flames in the chat for James. Send him a fish hook for the front of his hat. Okay, guys. So I have my list. I also was talking with Jesse and James, and they convinced me to go and print out this handy dandy sheet. And I'm going to be using this for both quick reference, but also, you know, because Thor's hammer is like 1 1/4 rings. So when you get to 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 miles per hour, it may not, you know, be quite so simple for me. And then I got my handy dandy notebook here as well. So I won't be using my keyboard, so I can just cover those up, which tells me which holes I need to bring the quarterback out, because I know I need curl for certain shots. So anyway, I've been going on long enough. Thank you so much for all coming to hang out. I'm going to play as best as I can off of the drive, but then I'm going to forfeit like easy things like putts. And I'll probably still attempt to make ship-ins. So, oh, and a big thank you to Golf Clash Tommy as well, because if it wasn't for shipping services, I would have never got my hat. So I wonder if he used Golf Clash Tommy to ship it in. But I did receive it. All right, let's get started. Again, we are just going to... there's going to be another stream tomorrow. We are just going to, you know, screw around with the qualifier. You know, try to get used to the shots. It's a little extra practice, and it's a great way for me to just hang out with you guys, you know, for like an extra day, which is tomorrow. So let's hang out today. Let's get this started, and then that'll be that. I played my first 2 games in Tour 9 and promptly lost $2 million. And with my tail between my legs, I came back to Tour 8. So, let us go. I remember this hole. While I was battling Tour 7, a lot of times I would lose money in Tour 7, go back to Tour 6, you know, so I should be really familiar with these holes. I should have very little rust. But we all know that they like to change things up from time to time, so I really didn't get to study or anything. Hey, Ben, how you doing, buddy? Definitely didn't miss the stream, just some technical difficulties on my end. But we got past them. Now, see, this, I remember this. This seems like a shot that it's not necessary to take. There's just too high of a risk that you're going to land in one of those 2 sand traps, and then you're going to be stuck. Well, he did hit it perfect. I don't have the guts to do it. Okay, so he set himself up nicely, but God forbid, if he would have landed in one of those sand traps, he would have been in trouble. For me, with the sniper as my second club, I'm completely happy taking the long way. So let's do that. Let's take the long way. But first of all, I'm going to go with the Quasar. Let's buy the big pack. And the reason I'm going with the Quasar is I want that side spin. I'm going to throw it on there. Now, this is just straight up, no problem. Be careful, guys, because if we have a bigger headwind than the 6 miles an hour, you will be taken all the way to the rough. So no reason to overpower this shot with, you know, with the wind at your back. This is even kind of scary. I hope I didn't go too far. The thing is, you want to go as high up as possible, because by going as high up as possible, you see we kind of took that sand trap out of play. We don't have to worry about jumping over it or messing with it or anything. Now, when I first started playing this, a lot of people said stay away from the left-hand side of the putting green. And to me, the left-hand side of the putting green does not scare me, because it'll roll right to the fringe in 99% of the cases, and I can just go ahead and put it in. Johnny Faith came through with a $5 donation. We had a yard sale. RJ, here's your cut. Got to share with family. Thank you so much. Man, I don't want to know where you live, because I'm sure I'll be very jealous. Having a yard sale in the first month of April. Thank you very much, Johnny Faith. You're the man. Ooh, love seeing the booms. The booms, the strawberries, and notice I didn't bring back that little punk Nightbot who would be like getting on you guys for spamming. I'm like, that's not spamming, that's showing love, man. I guess a computer just can't do what a person can, if you know what I mean. Know what I mean, Vern? You know what I mean, Vern? Okay, so see, now with all that spin, I could leave the ball here and put the full spin to the right, and now I could just make my wind adjustments. But first, okay, we are at maximum, so I don't even have to refer to my chest chart, not chest. Sorry, let me just get ready. 6, 7, 8.5. I don't have to refer to my paper because I know by heart that this is a perfect 1 ring equals 1 mile per hour. I feel like I should have used a little backspin. And I'm okay with that. That's a nice, easy putt. But, you know, for some clubs, I'm going to be a little bit more accurate, you know, now. Sniper's super easy because it's 100 accuracy. So everything's a nice round number. But Thor's hammer is 64 accuracy. I'm giving it a shot. You know, this is practice. If I do horrible with it, I'll go back to the extra mile. The backbone is 92, you know, so there's a fraction in there. Once you get to, like, say 5 rings, it goes up to 5.8. I'm still adjusting for 5 when it's actually closer to 6. So obviously we all know I can make this putt, and I'll show you. See, simple, easy putt. So I'm just going to go ahead and forfeit because I don't want to qualify. So first hole does not scare me in the least bit. Let's move on to hole 2. All right, let's see here. Hole 2 is what? Hole 2 is a quarterback hole. So we're going to be flip-flopping back and forth. I think I'm going to stick with the Quasar for a lot of different holes here. And that is just all that side spin, because there's 2 holes on this that kind of scare me. And that's this one and the other one where it dog legs. One dog legs to the left, and then there's another one that dog legs to the right. And, you know, I'm going to have to play it as careful as possible. I'm not used to playing it with a driver either. So let's see where we end up. Okay, so we wanted it about there. We're going to give ourselves just a little more. And now let's make our wind adjustment, which is 6.3. And the quarterback, I don't have the quarterback chart, so we'll just, actually it's going to be more. Whatever, we're stuck. This is where we at. Not going full curl. I have no idea what's going to happen here. I'm kind of shooting blindly. It's been a long time since I've taken this shot. I couldn't even make a full ring adjustment. And I'm okay with this. You're not going to win very many shootouts this way, but I think we can definitely get in the hole in 2. Once again, I'm going to see if it's possible, although I think that was from the fringe. If it is from the fringe, we're okay. Borat Mankini. What? Yeah, Jesse says one per on quarterback. I do know that. What I was thinking is I was using my quarterback at probably a lower, on the lower side instead of full distance. It was short distance, so I didn't know what the short distance was. What's going on, Red? Chris says a bit more backspin and you're good. Okay. Well, this is, I'm definitely going to watch this back and I'm going to take notes and talk it over with the mod squad and we'll figure something out. Flash says, hey, RJ and everyone. Sorry for being late. Finishing qualifier on 5th account. Jeez, oh man. Okay, so once again, we see here, all we do is we put the full top spin on, line up the hole. If we miss it, it's our own darn fault. So we're going to forfeit. So I'm happy with the outcome of that particular hole. Now we got to switch back. Let's bring Thor back to the house. I gotta say, I only have one account. Technically, I have 2 accounts, but I don't use 2 accounts, if you know what I mean. The other account is just like off in limbo. I haven't touched it in forever. I won't do 2, 3, or 4 or 5 accounts because I'm afraid that it'll burn me out. I think like one account is perfect. You know, it leaves me wanting more sometimes, and that's the way I like it. I don't want to get sick of it. Okay, I remember this hole as well. And same thing, this can be kind of scary. I'm going to show you guys a little trick for those people, for those of you who watched my rings video and, actually learned from it. Because I know there's a lot of you guys out there watching now who already knew the rings. So this might not help too much. But let's see about... what do you call it? I'm going to show you like a little rings thing. So again, Thor's hammer 1.72 for just a 1 mile an hour wind. We got an 8.3 mile an hour wind. So for 8 miles an hour, we're looking at 5, 6, 7, 8, 13.76 or 76 rings. And right now, am I reading that right? Jeez, oh man. Yeah, so basically, I should have left the extra mile in because I'm kind of at a loss of words here at the moment. I'm a little confused. I'm confused because I'm not used to the club. Hopefully, this works out in our favor. Once I get used to the club, everything will be fine. We landed right where we wanted to land, so, that was nice and everything. I'm just so used to, like, this is the first time I'm really bringing out Thor's hammer here at level 4. So maybe I could show you what I was going to talk about, because my next club is going to be the sniper, and that's got nice round numbers, so it'll be easier. Man, I really felt like the pressure there. I was like, So, it threw me off my game. I definitely am going to have to practice quite a bit with it. I personally, because I'm using larger fractions, I'm going by halves instead of quarters, meaning like I don't adjust for 1.75. I more or less, will round to 1 or 1/2 or, the closest 0. No. Yikes. But this was always a fun club, especially, we got lucky here, guys. I should be hitting from the rough or something. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, this whole circle from one end of the white to the other end of the white is 10 rings, okay? We have a 6 mile an hour wind, so I know just by heart that it's going to go 1 ring beyond the white ring. So if I do a little bit of simple, just common sense math, right here will be more than safe. And that's the exact shot I'm going to take. And I'm not really going to put too much curl on it either, just a little bit. With full top spin. Don't mind that I hit it great because it's such a forgiving club. And it was, I forgot to take into account that it is a downhill slope. So that's, you definitely want to back off just a little bit because, you know, I'm rusty. I haven't played this tour in quite a while, and I completely forgot that, you know, the elevation dropped off, so therefore the ball carried further than what was shown. And, you know, I want these mistakes to happen on a day like today. I want to jump into the river. I mean, I don't want to jump in the river, but if I am going to jump into the river, I want it to be on a day where I keep getting bogey after bogey after bogey because I'm not trying to qualify. That shot right there is definitely going in the notes because I don't want that to happen, you know, another time. So let's make a bigger adjustment. So right now it looks like we're adjusting for about 7, 8 rings. Let's come back even a little bit further. Right there should be more than safe. I'm not going to put curl on because curl kind of makes your jump not quite as long. Jeez, oh man, what the hell was I thinking? How am I messing this shot up? I'm familiar with this club. Let's look in the comments, see if anyone's saying... Oh, my pleasure, Sean Jones. Okay, what the hell is it going to take to get the ball over to that end? I never encountered anything like this. Normally I would forfeit here for the bogey, but I wanted to finally get over the frickin' river. Man, oh man, that's just insane. So we're going to call this, even though I'm so familiar with it, we're definitely going to call, what was this, hole 3? Was this our third hole? Yeah, we played 3. Hole 3 is definitely going into the study notes. I will not make that mistake in the tomorrow or in the qualifying round or anything. Okay, moving along. Let's see. We played 3. Where is the next? Nope, 5. So we're going to stick with these clubs. You know, actually, I'm gonna change something. I'm not completely comfortable yet. I'm gonna practice a little bit. So, because I'm probably gonna have to play the tournament with the extra mile, but I am definitely gonna consider the Thor. Oops, I'm gonna give the Thor a little bit more of a chance, just not on the first Masters tournament. Hey, I'm in the qualification zone with the +2. Who'd have thunk it? Yeah, Jesse and V-Man, you guys are both saying the same thing, but I thought I did over adjust it. You know, I was showing, okay, 5-mile-an-hour wind. As you can see, I'm allowing for an extra mile an hour or whatever. This was always a fun hole. But again, I never played this hole from the second tee. So I like what he's doing. What I do is I put full spin right, try to hit it as close to the edge where he just put his target as possible, and put full spin right. I'm sorry, full curl and full spin right, and you should land perfectly and have a nice approach shot depending on the wind. Sometimes that side wind can really mess you up. So we'll see him go full spin to the right, and he didn't do it, so he's going to end up in the rough or the sand, unless he's insanely lucky. Yeah, he jumped over it. Wow, okay. Now I really look like a fool. Oops. Yeah, Ken says this is a Tour 11 preview for me, but in reality, man, it's really not, because the wins in the pro tournament are nothing compared to the wins in Tour 9. So if you think about it, you know. Okay, so wait, let me 2, 4, 6 is going to put me there. So I'm going to slightly overpower it. And I think we'll be okay. Oh no, I'm not going to slightly overpower it. I'm going to go just like that. All right. Where is this taking us? I'm not happy with where I'm at. And I'm in the freaking sand. Man, I'm definitely going to be playing some Tour 6. This is just embarrassing. Watch me have a meltdown live. This is what sucks about live, you know. They talk about it whenever you watch live TV or whatever, you know, oh, folks, this is what happens when you do things live. You can't edit things out. This is as real as it gets, man. When I used to play Tour 6 all the time, I don't want to say I never went into the sand, but I hardly ever went into the sand. So definitely going to be busting out Tour 6 and getting my practice on. Look at this guy. Oh, man, unlucky. Now, again, this second shot you should not be stuck in the sand with. The second shot you should be using your sniper, and you should be like right where the target is here, so you have a clear path. However, we messed that up, so we're going to go ahead and forfeit the match. I didn't adjust for the wind. Every time I abandon the wind ring systems, have you guys noticed I've been making some stupid mistakes? Okay, so we're going to hole 5. Hole 5 is another quarterback hole. Hopefully we can get back on track, or my games are just really going to be disastrous. Let's go with the quarterback here. Home, play golf. Jeez Louise. V-Man says he plays on the left side. I never could understand the left side. The wind was just too iffy. People either fly over the green or they go down that big cliff into the sand. Red Page, so far I'm sticking in 8th place on the qualifying. Hopefully that does stick, bro. I like to talk to you guys a lot more on this, but yeah, I'm just really struggling, and this struggle's real, you know. I'm not like, you know, I planned on, you know, finishing with, you know, so many bogeys and everything, but everything's just not really working out too well for me at the moment. Let's get rid of the Titan in exchange for the Quasar. I want the extra side spin, and I don't believe we need, yeah, we definitely don't need the top spin or anything like that. Kind of like it here. 1 ring per, so I'm going to make an adjustment with just a little bit of curl so we could still use that top. So there's 5, 6, 7.5. And I'm just going to put a little bit of curl here. Oh, we got a donation, $10 from Boomer. How bad did we do here? We didn't do bad at all. I'll take that. So at least what it is the extra. This is not a good hole for the extra mile. It can be done with the extra mile, but it's not a good hole for that. Let's see what Boomer said. I got a -1 in pro. LOL. Tried Golf Clash. Oh, tired Golf Clash sucks. Maybe tomorrow. Thank you so much, Boomer. That's an awesome donation. And yeah, did you get a -1 because you were turning it into a practice round? I do not agree with the Thor's Hammer 4 here. The Thor's Hammer 4 has less curl than the Extra Mile 7 does. Maybe he could make it work, but for me, you've seen that was a very safe shot. I like the really long ball guide. This has the same ball guide also as the Extra Mile. And he made it work. I don't know what his secret is, but the quarterback or the rock are definitely the way to go, in my opinion, unless he was teaching you. Either way, we both have nice, easy putts. But yes, sir, Boomer, thank you so much. And once again, thank you, James, for the hat. Hey, wait your turn. Come here, Aki. Aki, get away from the door. Come here, Aki. Aki's so smart, he knows how to open the door. He scares me when he goes over there. Yeah, I'm definitely using the quarterback. All right, so now we go back to the extra mile. I don't know. I'm having like a brain fart, and I need familiar clubs. I need things that I'm familiar with because I'm choking big time here. Now, don't pay attention to my score. Obviously, with my score, you see I'm just giving holes away. But yeah, see, I'm scared. Did I even put the right club in? Yes, I did. Okay. I feel so rushed. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. You know, on a couple holes, I'm showing some good advice and and everything, and just having some bad luck, and on some other holes I'm hitting it just right. Hey, puppy. So yikes. I'm embarrassing myself in front of 64 people. Thank you all so much for all showing up. Now here I like to use a better ball. You see he's got the Kingmaker. I would definitely go Kingmaker and probably extra mile over the Thor 4 here, because you are going to want to jump the green here. If you end up in a sand trap, you still have 3 shots to get you on. If you go straight up, it's going to be 3 shots. If you can manage to wiggle between the sand, you make it 2 shots. So he jumps over the sand, he will be on the green in 2 shots. So if I decide not to jump that way, it's impossible for me to win now. So definitely take the way he took. I don't agree with the Kingmaker because we have a bit of wind at our back, so we might as well use that wind for power. Although, watch, his results are probably going to be much better than my results. But yeah, just line it up. We got 5 miles an hour pushing us, which is approximately where the blue ring is. Overpower this bad boy. And let's see where we end up. Hopefully we don't get like a good or a hook. Yep, we got a great. Please avoid the sand. Now, he won. I can't make it in... I can't get on the green in 2. Obviously, you're going to see he's going to get on the green, no problem. But if you were to go straight up and take the long way, you can't get there in any less than 3 shots. So it's worth it to gamble with the sand traps, because if you are able to squeak by the way he was able to squeak by, you're going to win the game. So now he could miss this chip in, no big deal. My second shot won't even, I'll have to hit a long chip while he goes for an easy putt. Unless he really messes it up, which it doesn't look like it. So yeah, you see that's a ridiculously easy putt. Anyone can make that putt. Now, maybe for this particular hole, I don't even want to say maybe. Sean Jones coming in with a $10 donation. Thank you very much, Sean Jones. I'm really surprised because I'm playing horrible. But it is still able to be chipped in, but wouldn't you rather putt it? And that's kind of what this is like, is I'd rather just putt it. We hit it great. Trying to get as close to the green as possible. Hopefully I didn't overhit it, and there we go. Yeah, so we might even still be able to use our skewer here. But the fact of the matter is, where would you rather shoot? From here? Or would you rather shoot from back where I was at, So if you can manage to squeeze between those 2 sand traps and your opponent doesn't, you got yourself an eagle on a par 5, and you got yourself pretty much almost a guaranteed win. Don't know what my win's going to be like. We got the skewer. And we're going to be using the skewer at about max distance. I'm going to put 1 or 2 backspin on it. And then the skewer is 1.5. So we got 6 miles an hour. So 1.5. 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6. Go to the clear bar. And now I don't mind all those bogeys, because if I am able to chip this in, it's impossible pretty much for me to qualify. And close but no cigar. But see, you can, if you, it's not over if you get it in the sand. But if, again, if you go up along the long way, you got a really hard chip in. So we got a birdie. I'm not upset about that. I think we're playing bad enough golf right now. Yeah, we're still at +3. We're still good. 70 people. All right. So we're going to hole 7. This is not a quarterback hole yet. I don't recognize this hole. Is this a new one, or is it just that I have... Oh, this is that long dogleg hole. This particular hole, I kind of wish I had Thor's hammer. Because I believe with this hole, you really have to rear back. Yeah, I remember this hole. You really have to rear back and hit it. I would probably recommend a Kingmaker in the tournament. But I'm going to go with a Marlin because we're just kind of practicing here a little bit. So we got an 8-mile-an-hour wind. Let's just go ahead and make our adjustment. We know this is 10 miles an hour to the outside ring. 8 miles an hour to here. Guys, will you shut up, please? And we hit it great to the left, but with the wind blowing to the right, I think we'll be okay. The only thing is you have to get past that tree line that you see me get past. Stop it! You have to get past that tree line that you see me get past so you have a clear shot on the hole. And the higher up you are, the easier it is to... Because it kind of bottlenecks as you get closer to the green. The higher up you are, the more straight of a shot it is. It's very easy on your second shot to end up down in the water below, and you'll see going on our second shot. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to use a Kingmaker, and I won't have to overpower so much. See, he hit a good shot. I think he might be in... He's in trouble. Yep. This is why I was thinking Thor's hammer might be better because it's more accurate in case you hit it great or good. But a quarterback and a rock, I just don't think is going to get you close enough. I was able to get this high with a... well, maybe it would. Now, what I like to do is about 2 or 3 backspin because it stops the ball from getting squirrely. Let's see, we're at about full distance, which is 1 per. And let's just make an adjustment. We can call this 8 miles an hour. 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And we should end up right on the green. But it's a really skinny fairway. A lot of times I've been putting from the rough. Well, not putting, but chipping in from the rough. And, you know, it sucks. Because, you know, it bottlenecks. You see the bottleneck there? So you want to be very careful on your approach. You want to make sure you hit it perfect. And guys, you will definitely catch me practicing Tour 6 like crazy because a lot of these shots, I'm playing my best right now. The only thing that I'm throwing away is, you know, once it's a putt or something like that, I'm forfeiting because we all know I would make the putt. And I don't want to... I'm a little gun shy because last time it was... last time I tried not to qualify. I ended up in 10th place. And I don't want to do that again. Now, if that stays up there, he's in good shape. If it would have, he was very close to rolling down that hill. I believe he has an easier second shot than I do. Now, I'm going to take this second shot because this is not a give me. If it was a gimme putt, I would forfeit. It's not a gimme putt. So let's pull this back as far as we can. So you see, we just barely got to hit it. Even a great ball should go in if it's close to perfect. We got it perfect. And it drops. But of course, we would all rather putt, you know. So a little bit of trouble. I think a lot of people are going to end up going in the rough there. So I would bring a very accurate, maybe the Razor. You know, depending on where you're at with your Nirvana, might be a better idea. And again, I do think he has an easier shot simply because he's not really using a lot of distance on that club. So you just pretty much point and shoot. James says you're playing better than my real game. Yeah, I hear you, Buckfast and Weed. For tomorrow and all the other streams, I do have a cage that I got to put Aki in because when we go out and no one's home to watch him, he'll chew up the whole house. So maybe from now on, when I stream, I'll put him in here. But I hate caging a dog unless I absolutely have to. So that's why he's out right now. All right, let's see. We're at hole 7. Or we played 7, so this is the last time we got to switch to the quarterback. And if this is the hole I think it is, it's my favorite hole. And just by me saying that, I know I'm going to find a way to screw it up. I hope they kept this hole in the tournament. Yep, this is my favorite hole. I used to wow people on this hole because I could get a hole in one. I have a video with a hole in one. There's only one thing I can't remember. Did I use 2 topspin or did I use 2 backspin? So anyway, this is how I like to set it up. I like to aim right here. For me, that's perfect. I put full side spin on, so I'm going to show you with the quasar because I want all that side spin. And it looks like it's going to be 2 backspin. Yeah, 2 backspin makes sense to me. And then I'm going to put some curl on it. Now let's adjust for our 8. So that's 5, 6, 7. That's almost 8. Let's go a little more. We're going like 9 miles an hour just to be sure. And then I put full curl on. I've never taken this shot. I've always taken this shot with like a sniper or something. And of course, I'm rusty, but as we all know, this is definitely good chip-in distance. Maybe I put too much curl in that. I don't know. No, I did. I used full curl. Maybe it was top spin I should have used. I'm rusty. That's what it is. I'm rusty. I know how to play all these holes. Again, I've got the hole in one. I'm going to go back and watch my own video. It was a Tour 6. I was going to do like, I was going to show you guys how to play Tour 6 way back. And, can you tell, like, how disturbed this got me? Like, I can't even, like, finish a sentence. I can't believe I'm struggling like this. I should not be struggling like this. I love this course. This is one of my favorite courses. So anyway, as you see, we have a much easier shot than he does. I am going to go for the chip in just because we got so many bogeys. And you know the way I like to shoot is the full top spin. Bring it back. Ooh, I don't like that though. I do not like that. That might come in a little too hot. Let's take a look. Please hit it perfect. And we went great. Let's see. Okay, so we're definitely going to have to figure out how to get on the putting green. If we get on the fringe right around here, we're okay. But if we get on the fringe way over there, just the way the contour of the actual field of play is just awful. And again, if this is your first time watching, I'm not trying to do good. I'm not trying to do as bad as I'm doing, but I'm definitely not trying to do good right now. In terms of the final score, like right now I can put it in. I'm going to forfeit. But I definitely got some work to do. And I don't even know if Tour 6 is going to help because it's the second tee. Yikes. Okay, so one more hole to go to try to make an ass out of myself even more. I really don't like the way this is going. I'm sorry, guys. I'm shocking myself. I'm really upset with myself right now. I know these holes like the back of my hand. The only difference is I know them from the first tee. We're not facing ridiculous wind or anything. And I am really, really upset with my gameplay. Oh, what the hell am I doing? With my gameplay. I can't even think. I'm about to play a regular game. I'm sorry, guys. Hopefully I come back a lot more sharp tomorrow. I remember this hole, and I know and love this hole as well. But am I going to get stuck in the rough or the sand trap right off of the tee? Honestly, I don't know. However, at least I can show you guys with the extra mile what I was talking about for quick ring adjustments. And with this, you see it's 6.8. I'm not going to bother with a Titan. A Titan is not necessary here. A Titan might be a little more necessary with much less wind or a side wind. But when you got wind at your back, if he pulled all the way back, normally you end up in the... No, once again, I'm thinking about from... That's my problem! That's my problem, guys. I'm thinking of every hole from the first tee. Oh my God, I'm such an idiot. I'm playing every hole as if though I'm playing it from the first tee. Okay, so I'm still going to see if this can be done. I'm pretty sure this can be done with this ball. I don't think we need anything extra because if I overpower it fully, you see the line isn't showing going over. But remember, we're also going to have 7.4 mile an hour wind. Yellow is 2. Orange is 4, blue is 6, and then clear. So it's actually going to land in the clear line. So we're definitely going to make it over if we hit it great or perfect. Now, I remember this hole, and you don't want to miss to the right like I did, because if you do end up in the rough just barely, your ball will roll all the way down into the water, but we got very lucky. However, we do have these trees blocking our next shot. We're going to take a look left or right to see what we're going to have to not hook, but use the full curl. See, he's even got a little bit of problems with his sniper. I am such an idiot, man. I was thinking the whole time. Now, obviously, this doesn't excuse all my play. Like that one where I went to the left and was, jumping the islands. I went into the river like 3 times. That was something I need to work out. But the other hole where I was, like the par 3s and things like that, I was thinking, I was playing it the same exact way I would from the first tee. Okay, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry, guys. All right, so... How are we going to play this? We got that way, or... Nope, if we go that way and put full curl, we're definitely ending up in the rough. So I'm gonna aim just like this and hope that my curl goes enough. Don't clip any leaves. We're in good shape. Get out of the rough. All right, so at least that was pretty much the same. I wish we would have come up, if you use a little bit longer ball or a club that has a little more power and top spin, you can avoid those trees. What's going on, Jeff? Man, I'm sorry I've been pretty much all ignoring the comments, especially with 73 of you guys in here. I'm just having a nervous breakdown here. I can't believe I'm having this much trouble on this hole. I feel like I could go in Tour 6 and beat almost anyone. Because I spent so much time there. I spent like 6 months trying to get past Tour 7. You know how many times I was playing Tour 7? And upon playing Tour 7, I would, run out of money. My bankroll or whatever would force me to go back down into Tour 6. Now, this one is not quite so simple. Let's see. Where's Max? So we got mid-distance here on this one. What I would rather do here is go full backspin, because if you barely miss the hole with that top spin, you're going to roll off and have to try to chip again. So let's go for a dunk. Mid is 3.6. And we got an 8-mile-an-hour wind, so we're going to have to go 12 rings. We're not going to be able to do this in time, I'm guessing. Let's hope that's close to 12 rings. I don't think it is anywhere near 12. But I want that back spin because I want a nice easy putt. Technically, I could have chipped it in, but the green is on a hill. And on all the different sides, you can easily fall off the hill. So that's why I played it that way. I'm going to forfeit just for good measure. And if you guys want to stick around, I'm going to go and look for everything that highlighted my name and go through there and I'll talk with you guys for a few minutes. So I think we're safe. I don't think we're going to qualify. We got a total of +4. So hopefully a whole bunch of people don't decide to do the same thing. Yeah, it looks like a birdie average is right where people are at. So I'm really interested in how good or bad I'm going to play tomorrow. Okay, so thank you so much for hanging out and watching. Like I said, I'm just going to jump down here real quick. Brendan was saying, why not put the big dog on and rip over the water? Red Page says, I use the extra mile for the tee as well, and I planted it pro this time. It's interesting to see your takes on these, looking back. Red also said, so far I'm sticking in 8th place in qualifying. V-Man said, I play the left side with the Guardian. I remember that. The Boomer came through with the 10. Yep, I heard someone else come through, but I'm not down there in the comments, so I'll have to read it up here real quick. Ken says, forget about the last hole, RJ. Focus on what lies ahead. Yeah, I was doing a lot of that. Manny donated. I'll get down to that, but $2. Oh, there it is, $2. It was mixing in with the background. Thank you very much, Manny. That's awesome. V-Man was telling me to use a quarterback, which I use the quarterback on just about every hole. Sean Jones came through with the $9.99. Trucker Don stopped in. V-Man said, use Thor's Hammer 4 for this shot. More spin, better accuracy. V-Man, I stepped away from Thor's Hammer because I'm not familiar with the rings in my head, and it just felt like it was moving so fast. So I do want to eventually use Thor's Hammer because I think it is better than the Extra Mile 7, but I need to get comfortable with the rings. I need to be able to just snap off a number in my head like I can with the Extra Mile, and I can't do that yet with Thor's Hammer. So in no way was I saying that I wasn't going to use Thor's Hammer, but I don't think I'm going to use it in this tournament. Yeah, Steve Taylor was right. Definitely tag my name to get my attention, although unfortunately I wasn't really paying attention to the chat this time because I wanted to flip out. I'm like, why am I doing so bad? Boomer says, wasn't practicing, just got a par hole 1 and a bogey on 2, then forfeited. Guys, I would definitely recommend doing what I did, especially if you played Tour 6 and you feel very confident in Tour 6. For your first round, if you haven't already done it, definitely attempt to do a practice. Forfeit all your shots. Talk it over with your friends. Talk it over with me. We'll figure this out. We'll get the ship righted. I have never missed the weekend. I expect not only the weekend, but on the past tournament, I finished with a -23 in pro. And I finished in dead in the middle, 50th place. I want a top 20 finish. Whatever homework I have to do, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get us a top 20 finish for this. And you guys are going to look back at this video, and I'm going to look back at this video, and we're going to laugh our butts off. V-Man used the rocket on one of the... Okay, there's certain ones I'm not going to read just because they're specific to certain holes that I'm not sure about. ATM said, do well here. You won't qualify today anyway. End on a good note. Okay, so we must be nearing the end of the things here. V-Man told me not to fret. You're playing from the second tee now. Not the same as Tour 6. That must be right around the time that I started realizing how bad I was doing. Sean Jones says, do you have a rookie account that you'll be streaming? I'd love to see that if you do. You know, Sean Jones, I've wanted to do that, but like I said, we got Paul Joyce donating $2. Thank you so much, Paul. I hope you're feeling well, man. I know I mentioned that last stream. I think you're over your sickness now, but yeah, I got really low clubs and everything, so maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'm not 100% sure. But, you know, I have had people in the mod squad telling me that I need to bust out that account. And if there's a demand for it, I definitely will. So we're nearing the end here. Jeff Elliott popped in, said, what's up? ATM said I hit a great shot on one of my ones there. Red Page had to go right be right back. He had to take his dog out to go pee-pee. I like that, pee-pee. Manny said I had to skip Tour 7 for a little bit, but now back into the hunt. Yes, I do have how to win on Tours 3 through 5. Uh-oh. ATM said no sound. I hope, okay, Steve Taylor said he had sound. Sean Jones says, did you and Tommy do a walkthrough for this one? I know it was very quick turnaround, but I enjoyed the last 2 tournaments you did. No, me and Tommy did not get together on this one. He's got some stuff on his plate with everything that he does, and I think that the turnaround was just way, way too fast. So anyway, I see Paul Joyce hitting me up for the $2 donation. I really appreciate that. And then also Manny with the $2. You guys absolutely rock. I see we're bleeding people. A lot of people are starting to take off. But I want to say a big thank you to Johnny Faith donating 5, Boomer donating 10, Sean Jones donating 10, Manny and Paul for each donating 2. And we got up to 70-something people. Let's see. 75 people was our high spot. We hit 74 earlier, 75 towards the very end. The support you guys give me just by showing up is awesome, and you make me want to be a better player, and I am going to show you much better golf than this. Thank you guys so much. It's been awesome. It's been a pleasure doing this. It has also been an embarrassment, and I will not be embarrassed twice. I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Thanks for hanging.